Hi there, everyone. This is JC De Guzman, and I'm going to talk about my proprietary way of doing technical analysis for these 10 new stocks today. And then I'm going to give you my overall sentiment and, of course, with my recommendations. Three reminders as always. Number one, everything that I'm going to say here is meant for short term trading purposes only. If you are interested to get some analysis for long term investing, please check our private clients forum and ask either in the long term investing tab or in the short term trading section, and then specify if you're looking for some insights for long-term or short-term trading. Number two, before you do a test buy to a particular stock, three things must be achieved. Number one, ideally speaking, the 10 SMACD combo must be valid. Number two, the momentum power indicator must be bullish. And number three, you should be satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. And lastly, last reminder, if any of these 10 stocks begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you're about to see, and if you happen to be interested in trading that particular stock, please post a request for the latest trade and volume distribution charts, trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts of that stock in our private clients forum. Okay, so this video is for September 11, Wednesday, in preparation for the next trading day, tomorrow, Thursday. Without further ado, let's start with PXP. PXP closed today at 12.34. The 10 SMACD combo is not yet valid, even if the last price is already moving above the 10 SMA. Why? The 10 SMACD is still moving below the signal line. The MACD is still moving below the signal line. Now, the support is at 10.05, resistance is at 13.65 or 13.6. The foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 4.4 million pesos. So here we have no problem with the volume. Okay, so let's take a look at the momentum power indicator in a little while. Now, RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. Risk level is already extremely high. High. So this is not a newbie friendly stock, okay, because of its extremely high risk level according to its historical volatility score of 124%. The upward momentum is technically strong. The positive DMI is hovering. The negative DMI and ADX is at 29 points already. Looking at the trade and volume distribution chart of PXP, before that, okay, VWAP 12.06, last price 12.34. Okay, that's good. Last price is above the VWAP. But let's take a look at the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 12.34. So the dominant range here is between 12.3 to 12.5. That's the number one dominant range. The secondary dominant range is between 11.78 all the way to 12.1. Well, all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator with an invalid 10 SMACD combo. What did you learn from me during the evergreen strategy in trading and investing in the Philippine stock market seminar all over the Philippines? What did you learn? You can skip, you can preempt the validation of the 10 SMACD combo provided your answer to these two questions is a resounding yes. Question number one. Do you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader? If it's a yes, proceed to the next question. Is the momentum power indicator bullish? In this case, it is a bullish MPI. So the answer is yours for the first question. You can get the answer for the question number one from me. Only you know if you are a disciplined and an experienced trader. But as far as the technicalities are concerned, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. On the other hand, the true market sentiment is neutral. Okay, I suggest you review your handouts for lesson number 3 and 4. I wrote some pieces of information on your handouts on how to interpret and make the most out of these statistics for the true market sentiment. Okay, read those tidbits of information. Those are very powerful if you will uh, try to digest and learn those processes that I taught you during the seminar. Okay? For clarification, if you have some follow-up questions or clarifications regarding the lessons that you've learned during the seminar, use the psychology and strategies section of the private clients forum. And that's the purpose why it's there, for you to ask follow-up questions about the methodologies that I'm teaching you, whether here at Equities Analytics through your subscription or during the seminar. Okay? Make the most out of your access in the private clients forum, because it's the only way for you to ask questions either with the analysts that I have personally trained or directly to me. Okay? So overall, my overall sentiment for PXP is, well, technically speaking, it's not yet 100% bullish, but because the momentum power indicator is bullish, it's a bullish already for me for PXP. Okay, well, it's quite biased. Why? Because my answer to the first question, what's the question number one? Do you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader? Well, my answer is a yes, of course. So that's why I'm going to be bullish on PXP relative to that answer. It may not be a bullish for you if your answer to question number one is a no. If you have just opened an online stockbroker's account a few weeks or a few months ago. All right, it's on a case-to-case basis. There's no absolute answer or universal answer. There's no such thing. Okay, so if you have PXP and if it's still trading above your TSL, trailing stop loss, you can what? You can top up. If your answer to those two questions is a yes, you can top up within the dominant range. If not, just hold your position. And if you are planning to enter a new position, what did I say in one of those three reminders during the introduction? Three things. Okay? Three things must be present. And the last one of the number three of those three things is that you should be satisfied with your reward to risk ratio before you push the test buy button, before you buy the stock, before you do a test buy. Okay? All right. Let's move on to which stock? Surepass. It closed today at 1.05 after hitting the intraday high of 1.19. Nice attempt. It's a good volume. The 10 SMACD combo has been valid. Has been valid since when? Since the first week of September. But Surepass has lots of resistance levels that need to be broken for it to regain its bullish stance in the long-term scale. It has to break above 1.35, which is in confluence with the 200-day SMA. Nonetheless, the RSI is still in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. Risk level is moderate. The upward momentum is not yet technically very strong because ADX is still below 25 points. Support is at 0.91. Resistance is at 1.35. Foreign investors registered a net foreign. It's not worthy to be mentioned, so we'll skip that one. Last price is at 1.05. VWAP is at 1.11. This is no longer a bullish momentum power indicator because ideally the last price should be higher than the VWAP. All right, so it's a bearish momentum power indicator. The dominant range is between 1.07 to 1.15. The true market sentiment is neutral. All in all, I'm not yet completely bullish on Surepass despite this towering green volume bar. Why? Because the momentum power indicator is not bullish. It's bearish. So if you have a position in Surepass and if it's still trading above your TSL, I strongly suggest that you hold your position for now. Don't top up yet until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish. If you don't have a position in Surepass, postpone that plan of entering a new position until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish also. So next, ECP. It closed today at 11.42. Support is at 9.7. Resistance is at 14.25. The 10 MACD combo is valid. It's still valid. Foreign investors, let's skip that one as well. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. Risk level is already high. This is not a newbie friendly stock, reminder. And the upward momentum, technically speaking, is very strong. Why? ADX is above 25 points and the positive DMI is moving above the negative DMI. Now, let's take a look at the, oh no, this is not a bullish momentum power indicator as well. Why? Because the last price is moving below the VWAP of 11.87. All right, that's not a bullish momentum power indicator. Here are your dominant ranges, the most traded and most voluminous range. Okay, it's in the forum. I hope you're watching this video and not just listening to it, but it's fine if you're just listening to this video. That's the reason why I am recording my screen and at the same time while I'm speaking, so that you can listen or watch or do both. The true market sentiment is neutral. My overall sentiment is I'm not yet completely bullish on ECP. If you have a position on ECP and if it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, just hold your position. Don't top up yet until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish. If you are planning to enter a new position, don't tell me that the last price is a lot closer to the immediate support and the immediate resistance. That's not enough. Why? The momentum power indicator, again, it's still bearish. Wait for the MPI to become bullish before you decide to do a test buy. I hope that's very clear. I have kept on repeating myself about the exact same stuff for over 100 videos already. All right. So VITA, it closed today at 1.30. Support is at 1.11. Resistance is at 1.36. The 10 MACD combo is valid. Oh no. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 21 million pesos. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping also. Risk level is moderate. The upward momentum is not yet completely very strong. Let's take a look at the VWAP. Okay, it's a tie, so we're not going to disqualify the momentum power indicator from becoming bullish just because of this tie score, of the tied score. Let's take a look at the dominant range. It's between 1.29 to 1.34. It's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. Therefore, all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral. That's the mood of today's top 10 brokers for VITA. So all in all, I'm bullish on VITA. You can, if you have it, and if it's still trading above your TSL, you can top up within the dominant range. But if you don't have VITA yet, based on the distance of the last candlestick to the immediate resistance, it's better off for you to, to wait for a breakout and then reanalyze if the momentum power indicator is still bullish once it breaks above 1.36. At this point, you will just get a thicker potential loss than your potential gains because it's already closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support. Okay? I'm just trying to help you come up with a data-driven decision. Okay? So there you go for VITA. Next, we got Abacor. Once again, Abacor closed today at 0.93. Support is at 0.87. Resistance is at 1.09. The 10 MACD combo has been valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 2.9 million pesos. RSI is in neutral territory. It's also upward sloping. Risk level is already high. This is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. The upward momentum is not yet technically and confirmed very strong. Not yet. ADX is below 25 points. VWAP 0.92. Okay. The last price is above the VWAP. How about the dominant range? It's been 0.92 to 0.94. That's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. Okay, I'll give it to you. It's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral. Overall, my overall sentiment is bullish for for Abacor. Why? The 10 MACD combo is valid. The momentum power indicator is bullish. You can top up within the dominant range, and you may also consider doing a test buy if you'd like to. Why? Because for sure, it's a better reward to risk ratio. Why? Again, it's closer to the immediate support than the immediate resistance, and that gives you a taller potential reward than your potential risk. Okay, geometrically speaking. Okay, so after Abacor, we move to Pure Gold, the number one loser for the day based on the total turnover value. It closed today at 42.7. Support is at, where's the support? It's at 42.3 in confluence with a 23.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is at 43.8. 43.8 in confluence with a 38.2% retracement of the up Fibonacci. If it breaks below 42.3, the next support is waiting at 40.15. But in this case, it's already an invalid 10 MACD combo. And by the way, it's a perfect bearish alignment among its three simple moving averages. Foreign investors, on the other hand, they are a contrarian today. Why? Because they registered a net foreign buying worth 27 million pesos today. But again, the 10 MACD combo is invalid. Stick to our own process. Okay? RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's already approaching the classical oversold level. It's downward sloping. Risk level remains low. The downward momentum is technically not yet confirmed very strong, but just by knowing that the 10 MACD combo is invalid and the momentum power indicator is bearish, it's already enough for you and me, for you and me to know that there are no buy signals on Pure Gold. Yet, as far as today's data are concerned, the true market, the dominant range is between 42.7 to 42.8. It's a bearish momentum power indicator like what I've said. The true market sentiment is neutral. So my overall sentiment is bearish on Pure Gold. I hope none of you have Pure Gold. None of you has Pure Gold. I hope so. And if you don't have it, don't buy it yet. No buy signals yet. FNI is the next stock in today's video. It closed today at 1.67. It broke below one fluctuation below the previous support at 1.67, which is now acting as its immediate resistance. The immediate support is at 1.4. Okay, the 10 MACD combo is already invalid. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's a little bit poised to move. It's already downward sloping, yes. Risk level is already extremely high. Okay, gentle reminder, newbie traders, this is not for you. Okay, this is not for you. It's still more likely for the price, the descent in price to, to continue. The dominant range is between 1.66 to 1.66 to 1.68. That's a bearish momentum power indicator, and the true market sentiment is neutral. Overall, I am bearish on FNI. Okay, I'm bearish on FNI. I also hope none of you still has FNI. When it hit 1.96, your trailing stop loss should have already been hit by now. That's already scoring at 1.66. Okay, so however, let me consider the possibility that some of you did not really follow or use a trailing stop loss. If you still have FNI, I suggest that you calculate your trailing stop loss as soon as possible. Cut loss if you have to. Now, if you don't have FNI, it's good. It's good. So just monitor it for now. Monitor it for now, but don't do a test buy. For those who still have FNI, please don't average down. It's not a logical thing to do at this moment. Okay, after FNI, we will talk about KPPI again. It closed today at 10.88. Support remains at 9.8, which is aligned to the 23.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is at the 12.32. It's also aligned to the 38.2% retracement of the up Fibonacci. So, this is a bearish momentum power indicator already. And I'm not going to talk about the other oscillators until the 30th trading day of KPPI in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So it's a bearish dominant range as well. The true market sentiment is neutral. My overall sentiment for KPPI is still bearish. It's in the consolidation phase at this moment. There's no catalyst. Traders are not seeing any catalyst that would make KPPI soar higher than 12.5 at this moment. So avoid KPPI for now until our buy signals start to reappear. Okay. Next, CIC, Concepcion. Industrial Corporation closed today at 31.5. Support is at 30.6. Resistance is at 33.6. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 17.10 million. Yesterday, they registered also another NFS, net foreign selling, worth 16.24 million pesos. The 10 SMAC day combo is invalid. Oh no, it's a perfect bearish alignment among its three simple moving averages. RSI is still playing close to the classical oversold level. Take note, this could get more oversold than this. Risk level is already moderate. It's less than 2 points away from getting that high risk level, by the way. So, newbie traders, FYI again, the downward momentum is very strong. It's very strong. Okay. It's more likely for CIC to retest the support at 30.6 and register a price lower than 30. If no strong catalyst will appear, it will plummet below the 30 per share level. Okay, so the true market sentiment for CIC is neutral, and the dominant range is between 31.4 to 31.55. Indeed, it's a bearish momentum power indicator, and overall I am bearish on CIC. Avoid CIC for now. Okay, so last in today's video, we got ORE. O-R-E. It closed at 0.84. Support is at 0.81. Resistance is at 0.87. Oh yeah, it broke below the previous support at 0.87 today, making that price level as its immediate resistance now. The 10 SMAC day combo is invalid. RSI is downward sloping. It's still in the neutral territory, but it's getting closer to the classical oversold level. Risk level is already moderate. It's less than 5 points away from getting the high risk level also. Newbies, FYI again. Okay, so the dominant range is between 0.84 to 0.87. It's obviously a bearish momentum power indicator. Even though the true market sentiment is bullish, I'm not suggesting that you mimic, that you imitate. No, don't do that. Don't do what the deep pocketed investors are doing right now, because it's in contrarian to our process. We should only do a test buy. We should only top up when the momentum power indicator is bullish, and ideally once the 10 SMAC day combo is valid. Okay, both of which are invalid and bearish respectively speaking. So hold your horse. Don't do a test buy yet for ORE. I am bearish on ORE. So that's my technical analysis for these 10 stocks today in preparation for the next trading day on Thursday. Quick reminder, if you have not bought your ticket yet for the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing in the Philippine Stock Market Seminar, this coming September 28th, Saturday in Makati, from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, please do so before we run out of seats. Just visit our website at equilis.com, then click on Seminars, and then click on the page for the Makati event. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. I wish you a profitable and a disciplined trading day on Thursday. Bye for now.